Have you heard of the paradigm revolution? If you haven't yet, you will. So what is it? Well, it's what happens when two of the world's largest industries, the mobile phone and advertising industries, collide and create a third industry that instantly becomes the fastest growing in history. And what industry did they birth? The mobile application industry. So how big is this paradigm revolution and what does it mean to you? To answer that, let's talk about those two colliding markets. First, mobile phones. It's massive. With 7 billion people on the planet, we have 1 billion cars, 1.2 billion computers, and 1.6 billion TVs. But there are 6.58 billion mobile subscribers. That's the equivalent of 94% of the globe's population. No wonder it's on its way to $2 trillion a year. Second, let's talk advertising. It too is big, really big, $1.7 trillion big. Consider this. It's gone from radio to TV to the internet, and then from desktops to laptops, and finally to where most of us now browse the net, our smartphones. If the average person looks at their phone 150 times a day, where do you think the advertising industry's headed? Yup, directly into the palm of your hand. So, we have the $2 trillion mobile phone industry colliding with the $1.7 trillion advertising industry and heading smack dab into the fastest growing industry in the world today, the mobile app industry. That industry really just started, but did you know that by 2016 we'll be downloading over 800 million apps a day? That's more than 500,000 per second. And why is that? Because we look at our phones 150 times a day. Now, if mobile apps are the link between advertising and mobile phones, then of course every company wants a mobile app. But only giant fat cat corporations can afford to develop mobile apps because they're simply too expensive. Until today. We are bizbiz, and we've developed a mobile app called uBiz that serves the rest of the world. You know, all those small and medium businesses that are owned by our friends and family and that represent 90% of the global economy. We are growing virally, and there will be tens of millions of free uBiz members worldwide. Why? Because it does 3 great things. Number 1, it helps people save money like other apps you may be familiar with. But what makes uBiz really unique are the next 2 features. Number 2, it empowers your favorite merchants to communicate with you wherever you are in the world. And number 3, using highly sophisticated geo-targeting, it creates brand new customers for them by connecting them with all the free members traveling in their area. So you're probably thinking that it sounds great, but what does uBiz cost? Get this, it's free for members. And unlike those super expensive apps that the fat cats use, for a business, it's only $30 a year. What? That's right. uBiz completely disrupts 2 massive industries by offering the best communication tool ever and the best advertising platform ever for only 8 pennies a day. bizbiz is the only company to offer this mobile app advertising solution to 90% of the world's economy, and we're doing it almost without cost. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the paradigm revolution, and bizbiz, with the mobile app uBiz, is uniquely positioned in front of that revolution. It is a one-time phenomenon, and industry leaders in 123 countries around the world have rushed to position themselves in this massive shift of wealth. Today, you have now been included with that group of experts. But you need to hurry and take advantage of the timing, because we're mobile, we're global, we're going viral, and we're already in the palm of your hand.
Are live.
Awesome, guys. Guys, welcome. Sorry we had a little issues there at the beginning, but we got it fixed. That's technology for you. We all deal with that. But first and foremost, guys, I want to welcome you here to you guys special webinar. What you're about to see now. If you're on this Hangout right now, consider yourself one of the lucky ones, okay? Because not very many people got this. We only sent this out to a select list of people. And you're going to see why when Jeremy goes over the details. Then we bring on Terry. He's the 8-figure earner, guys. You'll hear all about that and everything. But the reason why we did this, guys, because we want to share with you why we're excited, because we truly want you guys to see what Jeremy's about to present for you, because we need a break here. I know some of you guys, but I'm going to be quiet, Jeremy. I'm going to let you kind of go over this, and we'll come back after you finish the presentation so we can answer some questions and let people know the time-sensitive positioning before we go live and go really, gangbusters with all this.
Okay, great. I'll go ahead and go. You want me to just go ahead and start the presentation right now, and then we can just take little questions afterwards, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, well, you can tell a little bit about, a little bit about your background, what you've done, and what got you, and what right before you go into the presentation, where we're at here, and what you do.
Awesome. So everybody in the chat box, give maybe a Y for yes if you can hear us okay, see us okay. I know it's raining here in Florida, so I want to make sure that you guys don't miss this information. So go ahead and type in a Y for yes if you can see and hear everything okay. Cool. All right. So guys, my name is Jeremy Barnett. I had the pleasure of meeting Michael a few days ago, actually. He saw a live Google Hangout, one of the first ones that we did. We just started this last week, so he was fortunate to see that. But a little bit about me. I've been in the industry full-time for 12 years. I've done really well in the online marketing world. I've dabbled in the product-based businesses. And I was really kind of done with the industry because I saw a lot of things changing. And this was, probably 8 or 9 months ago. My mind just wasn't in it anymore. I just felt like it had shifted, it had changed, and I wasn't willing to do something of the traditional state of marketing. And when I saw what I'm going to share with you guys tonight, I saw this as a global phenomenon. A lot of the experts are saying that. And the kind of people that are coming to the table here very softly and quietly, if you will, in this soft launch, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And we're not dealing with some pre-launch thing that they don't know what the heck they're doing. Dealing with a 7-year-old company that's backing this. They've already had massive success, paid out $80 million in commissions. We're in 123 countries right now, so we don't have any limits to who we can contact. A lot of times we get involved in stuff, and we're always waiting to go into the countries that we want to go into. So it's really kind of poised for that. Real quick, guys, before I do the presentation, I want to introduce my partner, Terry. He can tell you a little bit about himself. And we're going to spend probably 15 minutes. The presentation is only 12 minutes. I want to introduce you to my partner. Here's a gentleman that's made 8 figures in the industry, been a part of 1 company, maybe 2 companies his whole life, and maybe he can give a shout out to you guys as well. We got a lot of people on the webinar, so we want to respect your time, but you don't want to see who you're working with here as well.
Yeah, guys, I appreciate that, Jeremy. I apologize for the light here. I just blew like you said, Jeremy, we got some weather going on here. I had a bulb just pop, but nonetheless, appreciate everybody being on. Michael, thank you for setting things up. Our story is pretty simple. Grew up in Miami, Florida. Graduated high school down there. Married my high school sweetheart. We have 3 boys, 23, 21, and almost 17 next Monday. I'm a football coach at the local high school. Right now we're 6-0. Going to keep it rolling, but nonetheless, our career started off in MLM. I did a bunch of different things down in Miami, some pyramid schemes when I was 19, just looking for an extra buck. Number 7 was the old Amway business, and when we got involved in Amway, obviously that was a different time, and the MLM business wasn't as quote polluted or invasive as it is today, with company of the hour starting up somewhere around the world. Everyone has good intentions, of course, but our story is by the time I was 23, we were pretty much financially independent. Took our business all around the world over 17 years. Had over 1.2+ million people on our team, and we retired from the industry in 2001. I've been contacted, it seems like, by every company that's ever started, but probably not, but it sure did feel like that, and had some really great offers, but just never saw anything that was really unique, different. They were all just the same old stuff, same, everything's just the same. So as we fast forward and we come to this, Jeremy moves to Florida, meet him and develop a relationship with Jeremy. And he asked me if I would help him set up a sales force for his new company that he was started, a mobilization company for businesses that have a website, and they could get a real website on their mobile phone, being mobilized, because most companies aren't mobilized. So we started going on that trail for him and setting things up, and lo and behold, he came to me and he goes, hey, I just found this app, and I think it's really, really, really cool. I want to give it to the business owners that I'm selling the mobilized websites for. And so I started looking into the app a little bit and kind of peeled the onion a little bit more and more. And I said, man, that's a phenomenal value that you're only getting for $15. I mean, really, it's crazy what this technology is set to do. So not being a technology guy, understood the power of this, because this is our life today, as we all know. I started just kind of peeling a little bit more, and Jeremy said to me one day, he goes, you know, this is backed by a 7, almost 8-year-old company, 200 million, like Jeremy just told you. And I was like, really? And they're going to start this new company called bizbiz, and they're going to take the app, the UseBiz app, and they're going to make it into an MLM. And I was like, really? That's interesting. So we started peeling a little bit more, started talking to the owners of the company. You know, they have a big presence in South America and Europe and all over, as we have been blessed to have friends all over the world. And as we got to the center core of this onion, it was the sweetest tasting onion I've ever tasted in my life. So it really became something that was a no-brainer. The timing of it all and the pre-launch and all that stuff is great. But the reality is this is here to stay. It's going nowhere. Advertising is going nowhere. And we have an app that provides value for people, consumers and merchants, or any membership-driven platform that exists. So we kind of are in the right place at a perfect time, as the little video says. And we're just excited to be able to work with Michael and Ray and all the other guys that are out there, a part of his team. And had a good talk with Ray the other day, and it's exciting to see what he's done and what all of you guys and gals collectively have done together in your previous ventures. So we believe this is the simplest thing out there. Nobody's offended by mobile. No merchants are offended by getting more customers or more sales. Consumers are not offended by saving money. And the entrepreneurial spirit will always exist, and nobody's offended about our global mobile viral scenario. It's kind of almost objection free, so to speak. I've had one person say no, and I sent her the video today, and she goes, maybe I missed something. I said, hey, there's always got to be a first, and I don't want you to miss it. So, you know, it's good stuff. So Jeremy, I'll crank it back over to you, and I know that you got to do the show. And Michael, it's great to see you and I see you on Facebook and your videos with your boy. It's awesome, and looking forward to getting to work with you a little bit more in the future. It's going to be fun. Good time.
Awesome. All right. So can everybody? I want to do a test. Make sure you guys can see my screen. We're going to whip through this, and then we'll let Michael take it over after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. And maybe one of you guys, Terry or Mike, can jump out and let me know if the audience can see it, because we're just having some weird times over here with the rain. So I'm doing my screen share, and just give me a shout out.
I see the screen. It's just showing the. There we go. That's good.
Hey, praise God, we're actually getting somewhere tonight. All right. So guys, something is occurring around the world that's never occurred before, so we're going to get real clear with that. And what I'm about to share with you is nothing short of a phenomenon, okay? And the definition of a phenomenon is the following. It's an unusual, significant, and remarkable occurrence. But what you're going to discover in the next few minutes here, guys, is not only a remarkable occurrence, but it's a truly monumental one, okay? Now, why do I say that? Because it's something that's never happened before. The converging of two massive industries that has created a third industry, which is now the world's fastest growing, and Terry touched on that a little bit. But let's start with the two massive industries that are converging. First is the mobile phone industry, and the second one is the advertising industry. So let's talk about the massive mobile phone industry here for a minute. But first, what I want to do is put everything in a global context first, to give you guys a global perspective of how mobile phones compare to everything else in our lives right now. Now, we are 7 billion people on the planet, and here's what we call ours. We have 1 billion cars registered and in use. We have 1.1 billion fixed landline phones, 1.2 billion personal computers, including desktops, laptops, and computers, 1.6 billion television sets, 1.7 billion credit card users, 2.1 billion internet users, and 2.2 billion people with bank accounts. And most people are actually somewhat surprised here that there's still 3.9 billion radio receivers in use around the world today. Listen to this. Mobile phones literally dwarfs them all. There are currently 6.58 billion active subscribers. Somebody needs to mute out. Equivalent to 94% of the population right now. So that's 5.5 times more mobile phones than computers. 4 times more mobile phones than all the televisions worldwide. 4 times more phones than people with credit cards. So mobile is massive, it's clear. It's so massive that it passed $1 trillion a year back in 2010 and is now approaching $2 trillion a year. Okay, so let's move on to the second industry, which is another monster here, and it's the advertising industry. The advertising industry started in the old days on the radio, then it shifted to TV for years, and all the eyes were glued to the tube. Then it exploded on the internet, and all the eyes followed. First on desktops, then laptops, and now mobile phones. Today, the majority of us spend most of our time using mobile phones for the internet access, and it's right in the palm of our hands. So the $1.7 trillion advertising industry is rocketing directly towards the $2 trillion mobile phone industry. So why? Well, it's a very simple answer. Because the average person looks at their mobile phone 150 times a day. Okay? 150 times a day. That's where all the eyes are today. Okay. So these are two colossal industries. They're on a head-on collision course right now, and nothing's going to stop this from happening. It's already happening, and it's already universal, and we already know it to be fact. Okay? But the collision created a third industry that is now the world's fastest growing. It's the mobile app industry. Now, mobile apps are the key. They're the bridge, the gateway that connects these two giants, the $2 trillion mobile phone industry and the $1.7 trillion advertising industry. Mobile apps are the key, like I said, but mobile apps are a tiny industry by comparison, only 30 billion, but that's really incredible because it's just a baby. Mobile apps only began in 2010 when Apple started the craze by introducing iPhone apps, but that was only the beginning of the explosion. And so we measure the growth of the app industry not by subscribers, okay, but by downloads. In 2010, even Apple was shocked when 10 billion apps were downloaded in the first year, and 2 years later in 2012, 30 billion apps were downloaded, and some experts were wondering if it actually peaked. Okay? But it had not. Last year, in 2013, it reached 73 billion downloads, and this year it will reach over 119 billion downloads for the year. This is massive, guys. Now, in about 18 months, get this, almost 300 billion apps will be downloaded. That's 800 million apps per day, or more than 500,000 per second. So it's going to grow from 10 billion downloads 4 years ago to over 300 billion apps in just the next year and a half. That's 30 times the growth. It's insane, literally insane. So we like to call that massive, right? Folks, you don't have to be a CEO to understand those numbers. So where do you and I fit into this grand design? Well, I'm going to tell you. We're going to start off by asking you a couple of simple questions. Is it fair to say that any and all businesses in the world and around the world would like to generate more sales from their existing customers and acquire new customers in order to generate more revenue? Well, of course they would. More sales equals more profit, right? Well, the question becomes, how do these business owners generate more sales and get new customers? They simply need to advertise more. It's plain and simple. That's what they have to do. But here's the challenge. The majority of businesses simply can't afford to advertise more because it's not in their budget. Okay? Especially the mom and pop shops, which is 90% around the world. It's just not in their budget. Okay. So we've pretty much defined the desires and the challenges for the majority of business owners in today's global economy. Okay? They want to generate more sales from their existing customers, and they want to acquire new customers. They cannot afford to advertise more. So that's really the bottom line there. And so what we need to do is move on to the next part of the storyline. And I want to ask you the next question. Do you believe the majority of consumers around the world are interested in saving as much money as they possibly can? The answer to that is an obvious yes. Well, how do we know this to be true? Let's take a look at the exploding coupon savings programs that have popped up over the last several years and happen to be helping lots and lots of people save lots and lots of their hard-earned money. Companies like Living Social, 30 million users, Groupon, 50 million users, Foursquare, another 50 million, Retail Me Not, 46 million users. So as you can see, it's people just really like to save money. So here's the quick and final recap, and then we're going to tie this all together, okay? All businesses want to do more sales with their existing customers. They want new customers. They basically can't afford to advertise more. And the bottom line is people love to save money, like you and I here on this live Google Hangout. We all like to save money. Okay, remember, we know that the eyeballs are all around the world. They're looking at their mobile phones 150 times a day, right? Okay, so get ready because I'm tying this together for you right now. We are bizbiz.mobi, and over the last 2 years, we've developed the first advertising, communication, and proximity mobile app of its kind anywhere in the world. We are first to the plate, and it's been in development from a strong and highly backed company. Okay? Already out and in my hands and use it every day. Awesome app. All right. Now, I want to welcome you guys to UBiz. It's the mobile app that provides solutions for consumers and those small, medium, and larger businesses that are owned by our family and friends and that happen to represent 90% of the global economy. UBiz becomes the gateway for 90% of commerce worldwide and will grow virally. And this includes us, guys, with tens of millions of free members worldwide, and it's happening right now. How is this possible? Because it does three great things just to start. Number one, it helps people save money. We already talked about that. People love to save money. Like those other apps we talked about, Groupon, Living Social, Foursquare, Retail Me Not, millions and millions of people get applications to save money. They want to get a good deal. But what makes UBiz really unique are the next two features. Number two, it empowers your favorite merchants like your local pizza shops, your haircut shop, your barber shop, your beauty salon, whatever, your favorite merchants in your local area to communicate with you wherever you are in the world. And number three, this is my favorite part, using the highly sophisticated geo-targeting proximity technology. It creates brand new customers for the merchants by connecting them with all the free UBiz members traveling in their area. Let me give you an example. Here's what happens when anybody that has the UBiz app traveling within a 6.2 mile radius of the merchant. They will get pinged just like you get pinged on your Facebook. You're going to get pinged with discounts, specials, offers, or promos right to your phone or whatever the merchant is offering or advertising at the moment. Let me show you this example. This allows the merchant to target a whole new group of customers in their area. No one else in the world offers that functionality. Take a look at this. Boston's Pizza is running a 2-for-1 special from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So they get onto their UBiz application, they type up their ad, they send it out. There's the 6.2 mile radius, all those thousands of people walking in the area. They get pinged on their UBiz app. Bam, they're going in and enjoying pizza from 11 to 1. So here's the bottom line. The business of Boston's Pizza just got a whole new slew of customers that he could basically advertise to for nothing, and he can do as much as he wants to do it, and those people walking in the radius found a new great place to eat pizza and get a good deal. So everybody's happy. Everybody wins. This is a phenomenon. Okay, so we wanted to share with you guys the main three things, but there's obviously other things going on, and I'm going to touch on that real quick. It's a free download. We talked about GPS proximity technology. All members have access to discounts, benefits, and events near them in real time. It allows them to share the information, make recommendations like we do on Facebook and Twitter, and invite their friends to the shared collective experience live. Nothing like this in the world. Permanent visibility. Your promotions as a business owner are visible to all members at all times. Okay? UBiz allows you to contact all your members in a local area as well as connect you with worldwide members when you are personally recommended. So they're building a database, a list on their UBiz app so they don't get in trouble with the email spam buckets where the the consumer never gets their message. It's huge. They can do scheduling. On Sunday, they can make up 7 ads for the week when they're running their specials, and they can set it up and be done with it. And it's the most powerful form of advertising in the world because it's going to the phone. So what does this state-of-the-art application cost a merchant who would otherwise need to have a 6-figure advertising budget? Get this, it's only $30, not per day, not per week, and not even per month. It's $30 per year, as in 8 cents a day. Okay, let me say that again, 8 cents a day. That's right, okay? Which happens to make UBiz the most cost-effective form of advertising in the history of the $1.7 trillion advertising industry, again, for only 8 pennies a day. Folks, when you have a service that millions and millions of people worldwide will demand and use every day, then you have positioned yourself in the right place at the perfect time to take advantage of that trillion-dollar shift of wealth. Now, don't miss out on this next huge paradigm. I encourage you not to do that. The blending of these mega industries, the mobile phones, advertising, and mobile apps. We feel personally this is the biggest play we've ever had in our lives. Okay? Now, I believe it's important for you guys to understand that we're in the absolute beginning stage of something very, very special here. Okay? Which leads us to a very critical point. And Michael talked about this early. Timing and positioning is very critical for you guys on this Google Hangout tonight. Now, there's only a few of you that they actually graciously sent to you, so you're very fortunate. They were telling me they sent this to a small list of people. So if you're here tonight and you're seeing this, you need to recognize what's happening and what these boys are about to do, and you understand timing and positioning. These guys aren't playing around. Timing and positioning has played a major part in many successful people's lives, including the lives of many millionaires and even billionaires. So hopefully you guys recognize again that this is a huge play for you as we are in the pre-launch phase, which is the timeline before we go live and launch bizbiz.mobi into 123 countries around the world in December of 2014. Yes, it's 123 countries. So we have a global footprint already in place in the pre-launch. You can sign up people pretty much in any country you want to right now. Okay, the best part is you have the unique opportunity to be one of the first members to join and secure your financial position right now in the bizbiz.mobi corporate structure. Okay? Get back with the person who invited you to this webinar presentation, that's clearly Michael, and find out how simple it is to lock down your position, number 1. Number 2, discover the lucrative compensation available through our dual team structure and the mega matching bonuses, the super center bonuses, and our global revenue sharing bonus pools. We're talking about 7 generous ways to earn income here, friends. It's simply the best available anywhere in the market today, and this entry fee will not break the bank. I promise everybody on this webinar can afford it. That's why we did it this way. We're going international. We needed to make it the right price so if the third world countries could also get involved. So understand that we in the United States have a huge opportunity here to take advantage of what's happening here right now. Last, get your bizbiz.mobi business off to a fast start by registering over at our new team site, soon to be global marketing system, mobiappglobal.com, where you will get everything you need in order to build a successful business. We're doing webinars like this nightly. You can plug your people in and we can go fast, especially with leadership like Ray and Michael. Now, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this, and I want to welcome you guys to the amazing team of bizbiz.mobi. We're global, we're mobile, and we are going viral. With that, what I'm going to do is come back over, and I should be back off the screen. Okay, great. Michael, what I'll do now is I'll pass it back over to you, but I do want to reiterate one thing, guys. There is, I believe, let me check the list here. There are 72 people on this right now. So you 72 people have the greatest opportunity presented to you right now, the greatest positioning that I've ever seen in my 12 years. Terry said the same thing of 30 years of networking, making an 8-figure income. Why are we all here? Because we believe that mobile is where it's at. It's never going to change. It's only going to get faster. 4G is just the beginning. And we are the advertising application for $30 a year that connects the merchants to the consumers of the world. So we're taking back this country, taking back the world, and helping the mom and pop shops to be able to advertise and afford it and get into the game. This is a huge play. Michael, back to you, brother.
All right, can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was going back and forth. I had it muted and it was going on off and on. So it's not just you down there in Florida. It's not storming here. It's just my my internet connection. I think Google Plus is kind of having little issues. But guys, you see the power in that. You know, how awesome would it be in your local neighborhood, your local community, to go in and, you know, the places that you go to eat, the friends and family go there to have dinner. You know everybody else in your community, to help them, saying, hey guys, how would you like to have a free app, so when you guys have a special and you guys have some deals on certain nights, to be able just to put this into your app and send it out to your customer base. Anybody within that let's just say 7 mile radius is going to get that. What is it, 6.8?
6.2.
6.2? Well, okay. Well, anyway, anybody in the area is going to get the text on the ding on their app. It's just awesome, guys. And it doesn't even have to be a business. I know, Jeremy, we were talking about this.
Here's the app. Looks like this. You can see it right there. Hang on.
Yeah, it doesn't have to even be a business, guys. It's a little bright.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. But yeah, guys, we were talking about like churches, organizations, nonprofits. Anybody that wants to stay in contact with their organization, all right? Jeremy, you can probably touch a little bit more on this, because, you know, when we were brainstorming on this for people and the power of what we have here, it was just mind-boggling. And this is something that everybody needs. I mean, it's just, I've never seen anything like this, guys. And that's why we sent this out to you guys. And I know a lot of you guys probably got an email to your inbox right now with the link, so you guys get pre-positioned, guys, because this is just now getting going. So I'll turn it back over here, and we can kind of go back and forth and then answer some questions from you guys. I know getting so many people texting me here.
Yeah, let me give you guys a treat tonight. We normally don't even do this, but look how beautiful these guys. I mean, this is pre-launch, guys. I mean, these guys are not playing around. But look at this. This is where the application website is. So all that they do is go and publish an ad, and you're going to send them a code, right? You guys should be able to see my screen. The code goes in there. For $30, they pay you. Now they can advertise to you, and you can get their specials, communicate with you. But not only that, what Michael was talking about was just like how Facebook operates, where you build a friends list, except this operates in a little bit differently, because let's say that you are a church organization and you want to say, hey, service is canceled due to weather, whatever. You can literally type that up, and everybody gets the notification. And you don't have to build an email list. No more, you know, dealing with the spam buckets, which is huge for some of us that are marketers. Think about building a list through this application and be able to send out a message to your team. Hey, you know, we're having a webinar at 9 o'clock tonight, you know, and 300 people get it instantly with the link. So it's a great communication tool, and it's really fun. But the main reason that this was created was to join the merchants of the world, to be able to advertise to the most effective advertising medium on the planet, which is where the eyeballs are today, which is the mobile phone. So hopefully that's making sense. You guys have to understand that this is the biggest thing in the world, and there's nothing bigger than mobile and advertising. We just showed you the numbers. Now, UBiz allows it to become the gateway to connect the two and create the massive windfall, and guess what that means? That means that it's a massive financial success for anybody that takes advantage of this, especially when you get involved early. Back to you, bro.
Oh, exactly, guys. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, and that's when Ray and I was talking about this. We were literally blown away, because we know so many businesses that want to market their business but don't have the finances, don't have the budget for it. Here, they can target people, because I could be sitting here on this hangout with you guys, and my local pizzeria or the sports bar maybe have a special, and they can ding me right now, and I'm not thinking about going to have some dinner or anything like that, and I look at my phone, I'm like, oh crap, that's awesome to have. I'm going to go have some wings or some pizza or whatever. But you get the gist of that. And I know a lot of, timing is crucial and everything, but most of these companies, when we get in pre-launches, startup companies or anything, we don't have to worry about that here. We are paying right now. Everything's live, the app's working, so everything's great. And these guys wouldn't be here if it wasn't. I know for sure Terry. Now I want to bring Terry on here for a second, and kind of like, you know, go over a little bit why he's here and what he's experienced so far in the early stages of this, and what really brought him out of retirement.
Well, you know, thanks, Michael. You know, the reality is like I said a little earlier, you know, I mean, there's things that come across your desk and they just seem mundane and my product's better than your product or that kind of thing or whatever it may be. And this one for me was, I got to be honest, it was a little different because I was always accustomed to the tangible, the touchable, the consumable, deliverable product that really drove the volume. And so when I saw the price points, I learned about the sister company, and again, you know, delved into the ownership there and did our they've laid down for this new company to start. You got to remember, I mean, they literally have 1 million paying customers in their other affiliate marketing business that they've been doing for almost 8 years. So they've already got a really good stronghold in the advertising market. That will eventually come into play with the bizbiz Mobi company that they're starting. Again, they talked about the technology. Technology's been being built out of California and Israel. You know, the guy that's running the show, Michael, is from Israel. He lives there now. What's really unique is you have the ability here to, you know, look at all the past experience you've had with other affiliations or other companies that you've been associated with. And being at this stage of the game where they're getting ready and pre-positioning and pre-launching, it really is kind of cool because it gives all of us collectively together the ability, the unique ability to kind of shape, you know, kind of mold that whole culture of the company, working in the spirit of what we've always done, the spirit of cooperation and respect. There's nobody better here, worse, upline, downline. Once you look at the super business center, you'll start to realize that's a really cool bonus. And as you actually get to a point where you become downline of your downline, which is really cool. But nonetheless, these guys have put a lot of money and a lot of thought into the technology of the UBiz platform. It's very stable. Right now, iPhone is being tested around the world in all the corners with the beta testing group. That should be released in the next 2 weeks. So that'll be huge. So we're really going to kind of blanket everything and just kind of roll off of what the company did. So I like the idea that it's a startup, but in reality, it's backed by a company that's got a really good presence and foundational presence in the advertising industry online. Their volume's been great. They paid out. They're debt-free. So this is just going to be one of those things that we're not going to be able to stop, is the reality. You know, again, you look at the value of apps, and why did the companies give you a calculator? Why do they give you a camera? Why do they give you a gallery? Why do they give you GPS and weather? Because those apps provide daily emotional and logical value to people on an everyday life. It's what it does. So with our app, bringing the mom and pops and all the small, medium, and even large businesses into the realm, I love the fact that, as Michael was talking about the pizzeria and the sports bar, just think about it. You're getting a notification not from a coupon company, which have been very successful, as you heard of the presentation, but these are coming from real people like you and I. These are people that we know that own their own small and medium-sized businesses. And so we're all collectively working together as bizbiz Moby entrepreneurs with the UBiz app. So we're always going to gravitate and support that cause before we're going to go somewhere else. And it's helping the people that we know, which is really cool, not just coming from a big downtown database center at corporate that's blasting out 10, 20, 30, 40 emails saying, hey, look at this thing that we're doing today. So that's kind of special too. But I love the compensation. It's simple. It's dynamic. It's robust. You don't need these, 10,000 left, 10,000 right to make money. We're going to be doing some training on the comp plan, breaking down each, step by step of the 7 ways to earn income. I will point out again, as you saw in the presentation, binaries basic because you got to do that on an international basis. That's why positioning is critical. You have the matching bonuses based on your real personal group. That's why we say, hey, go 10 left, 10 right. It'll pay off for you. The super center bonus is really, really cool, how they give you another position down at the very bottom of your weak leg when you qualify for it, and they accredit you with the strong volume to that position once you sponsor 2 people. So it's really, really, and you can have as many of those as you want. So it's like, it really forces the right behavior, which is one of the things that I've learned about the binary is people really abuse the basis foundation of the binary, and they go, oh, I'm in a runaway leg, you only have to build 1. Well, and not in this particular situation, because it forces you to work at the very place where you're supposed to work, which is at the very bottom of the binary, whether it's 100, 200, 500 deep, 1,000 deep. That's what creates great behavior for long-term success. So with all of that, Michael, and the people that we're bringing on, like yourself and Ray and your other folks that we have seen, that's what's exciting to us, is that the quality is just unbelievable. So with that, it's great to be a part of this new venture, this new journey. Great things are going to happen, and every 90, 120 days, you're going to see new feature sets and new value added to the app. And even down the road, they already have plans for new products in the future that will complement the app for daily use. So it's really, really cool. So with that, Mike, I appreciate you having me on. It's great to see all your folks, and I'll turn it back to you, brother.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I feel honored to be on there, and the legend of you talking on our hangout here, man.
Well, don't say that in front of my family. They might not agree.
Yeah, but guys, I mean, that's ultimately what it is. With any opportunity, the greatness of, everything makes sense here with BizBiz and UBiz, with the mom and pop stores, the small businesses, and how we can connect them with the advertising and the eyeballs. Everybody has a smartphone or a phone on their hand because it's part of their body. But ultimately, you need to be involved and be, aligned with the right team. Okay, and I know Jeremy's creating some amazing stuff for us as well, so we can help you build even faster. Because like Jeremy said, a fast start is an easy start in our industry, and we want to provide you with all the training, all the resources. We're going to have co-ops. We're going to have all this for you guys, okay, because that's where I come in. And I know I'm getting a text message from my good friend from Canada, Carrie. She's already texting me about the co-ops and everything like that, getting set up, but had to give you a shout out. But yeah, guys, we want to provide you with everything and provide stuff so you can win. That's ultimately what it is, and ultimately we can help out our communities and our favorite places we like to visit on a daily basis with our family and help them as well. So Jeremy, I don't know if you want to go in a little bit on what you're going to provide. I don't know if you want to show them, but you can kind of explain what we're going to have for our team as well. And you can see me, I'm all excited right here. Yeah. I'll talk a little fast, but it takes a lot for me to get this way, and it doesn't happen very often. And I know Ray and I was talking about that as well. So before I turn it over to you guys that are on our list and got this, that are on this hangout right now, you have an email in your inbox. We sent you a place so you can get positioned. All right. So first come, first serve, guys. The way you see how this builds. Before we go live, really public with this and start hitting our massive databases and really getting our other key leaders in and stuff like that, you have a time to position yourself right now. But on that note, Jeremy, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you explain what you're providing for the team on top of what Ray and I are going to bring, and Terry.
Oh, well, awesome. It's a combination, guys. One of the things I've kind of been doing for the last 6 years, and I actually say it's the reason for the success I've had in the industry, is creating marketing systems that are very easy to use and duplicate. So all you got to do is point people to the information, and the system will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So we combine old school tactics with new school, right? Because the internet is a large fishing net, right? So obviously Mike and Ray, they got these big lists. They're talking about you getting position, and then they're going to hit their list. Well, they've been building a database. So it's the same kind of thing. You're going to be able to drive people into a system, and they will be able to get the information, and the system will follow up with them. But the cool thing about the system is it's smart. It's going to send you notifications. Hey, this person just watched the webinar video, and they just clicked on your Join Now link. You'll be able to call them up. You'll know exactly what's going on. You'll have a contact manager. One of the greatest things about me teaming up with Terry, is a legend in the industry. He's been a master team builder, and he'll never tell you that, but I'll tell you that. And one of the things that he brings is great training in team building and how to structure a business and how to build it the right way and how to go fast. Okay, so it's going to be a combination of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of knowledge and training for many, many years that you're going to get for free. Okay, and then you're going to be able to choose if you want to use the marketing system. There'll be a small cost to it, but you're going to be making so much money in this it won't even matter. Plus, it's a tax write-off, right, Terry? So that's what I can say about it, and it's going to be really simple. And we should the team site will be opening up here within a week or so, and we'll be in beta with the marketing system like around the 1st of November. We're going to be testing it with some of the guys, and we're going to bring it out to everybody after we get the results that we want. Okay, that's it. It's really simple, and it's going to help you really rock it, your business.
Yeah, awesome. Guys, I appreciate all you guys' time, especially yours, Jeremy, and yours, Terry. You guys have any final words before I close it out? And
well, it's an honor, Mike. Again, thanks for having us. And really, the only goal that I believe that the goal that exists for anyone in this industry is one word: is duplication. And so, with what we have to what we're equipped with and what our arsenal is loaded with and what we're going to be providing, duplication is going to be a walk in the park. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be very simple, and it's the best thing going on out there right now. We're just grateful to be a part of it. So Mike, thanks for having us on, and look forward to working with all your team. It's going to be a lot of fun, big time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I sure do appreciate your time for all of our connections that we have on here, and thank you guys for opting in and coming to the presentation.
Michael, did you explain to them about how they get positioned? When you guys fill out the registration form, you're going to be dropped into the back office. It's a two-step process, and then when you get back there, now this is changing over the next couple of days. Just talk to the president of the company, but for now, as in pre-launch, it's fine. You guys will go in and click on products in your back office. Matter of fact, I'll show you that real quick so you know what to do.
Yeah, that's key. I'm glad you came up with that, man. I totally forgot.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, this is all going away, thank God. I mean, this is just we've been evaluating the process and protocols and processes, and this is just one of the things, because our product is so simple, our message is so simple. Everything needs to replicate the simplicity of what we're doing, and the registration process is going to be seamless and real simple, and they get it. And that's the whole thing about again, being able to shape and mold the culture of the company, and they really want our input. So anything that you see or you feel or you want to give input, feel free, man. That's what we're here for. We're going to make this the best of the best.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So we're in the back office. So you're going to go to the registration form. You're going to be sent an email. Then you'll actually register. So you're going to fill out your name, email, and phone number. It's going to send you an email. You're going to fill out the registration form. You're going to give them all your good stuff, like your social or your tax ID, so you can get paid and all the good stuff that you need to do, date of birth and all that stuff, standard stuff. Then you're going to get logged in here. So this is you in the back office. You're going to click on so you're at the dashboard like this. You're going to click on product right here. Okay, everybody see that? and you're just going to have this already going to be selected for you. You're just going to type in quantity 1 right here, and then you're going to hit continue, and it'll walk you through the process. And that's it. So product, click on I want to make a product, hit quantity 1, hit continue. The total is $145, and it's $35 a month. It's the lowest recurring order in the history of our business. And guess what? We're getting 2 codes a month to be able to share with our local business owners that want to be able to advertise an unlimited amount of times for $30 a year. It's a no-brainer, guys. Take action tonight, because what we're about to do is going to, you don't want to miss this. You may have missed Walmart or Apple stock or Google stock, but this is the next phenomenon, and you are one of the first people to hear about it. So we're excited for you to be first to the plate.
Yeah, definitely. One quick thing, and I'm going to end it. Sorry, guys, to bring this up. What do you get for the 120? You get some other coupons, right, to give out?
Well, you get the $120 gives you 10 codes.
Right.
And those codes will go over here to ubiz.mobi like this, and they will. So you give it to your buddy that owns a barbershop, right? Here's the code. Go get it. He comes to ubiz.com, and it walks them through right here. They put in the code, enter confirmation code, and then they can create their ad, and they can set up their account, and then they can do unlimited amounts of ads per week all year long for $30. They just buy that from you for $30. So you're spending $145. You're getting 10 codes, but you're making, excuse me, $150 profit. And that's just the retail piece of it. Forget about the binary, the check match, your upline becomes your downline, and all the crazy stuff that we got over here. You guys, it's going to be nuts.
Yep. Awesome, guys. Well, you saw the value and everything, and I don't want to keep you guys. We've been on this almost an hour. So check your email now. If not, get back to one of us, Ray or myself, so we can help you out, get you started. And, guys, we're going to be doing this regularly, okay? We're going to be helping you get your leaders in and positioning right. So just keep looking out for us to be communicating with you guys. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us so we can help you any way we can. So until then, guys, I want to thank everybody for being on the Hangout, and make it a wonderful, wonderful night.
Yeah, Gloria is saying she doesn't have an email, so
we'll get it to her.
Check her spam. I told her to check her spam, but
good night, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We got another webinar at 9 o'clock if you want to see it again. All right. See you later.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.